Hey guys, what's up? I'm back with another video, and this is part 2 of my guide to using the Tor browser efficiently and properly to ensure you are as secure as you can be when using Tor. Tor browser is a privacy-focused browser that aims at circumventing censorship, while also keeping you anonymous on the web. Tor does not offer 100% anonymity by itself, so if you really want to be anonymous, you may need to use Tor in combination with other things, such as a VPN, or set up a dedicated Whonix virtual machine to do all of your Tor browsing. I have a video on how to set up a Whonix virtual machine, so if you are interested in doing that, I suggest you check that video out. A link will be provided in the description. So, without further ado, let's get started on part 2 of this beginner's guide, shall we? So, if you really want to be anonymous online, here are some things you need to know before using Tor. Tor is a great security-focused browser, but it does have some major drawbacks. The first of which is that it will notify your government or ISP that you are using Tor, but this will only happen if you are not masking your Tor traffic with something like a VPN or proxy. Your ISP will notify the government that you are on the Tor network, and the authorities can keep tabs on you, and to avoid all this drama, please use Tor in disguise, with a VPN, or use a dedicated Whonix virtual machine, and run that through a proxy and VPN. This will make it incredibly difficult, or near impossible, for anyone monitoring your network to see that you are using Tor, and this is only a small part in keeping yourself anonymous on the web. There are still many more things you need to know before using Tor. Other things you need to know are: 1. Never ever maximize your Tor browser window, as this can leak your resolution, and thus, you lose that anonymity of yours. Also, you must never sign into accounts of any sort, especially if one is linked to a real-life identity. If you do this, you will defeat the purpose of using Tor in the first place. Another thing you must never do in Tor is bookmark or download anything within the Tor browser. This will also make it very easy for someone to find out that you're using Tor, and if you're in a country where Tor is prohibited, this could result in some serious consequences. And finally, one more thing you must never do in Tor browser: never use Google or Google-related services in Tor, as Google can track some of the information, even when you're not signed into a Google account. This will also defeat the purpose of using Tor. The whole point of using the Tor browser is to keep as anonymous as possible, while also having the advantage to access websites that are normally not available on the normal web, and to ensure your anonymity is not blown, you need to pay close attention to the to-do and not to-do things in Tor, otherwise, you risk blowing your cover, and like I said earlier, if you live in a country where Tor is illegal, you may face some very serious legal consequences, but even in a normal country, this will likely attract the attention of the authorities. So if you intend on using Tor for whatever reason, please follow my guide as best as you can, and that way, you will ensure your anonymity is never blown. Even with all these precautions, you can still never be 100% anonymous, but the more things you do that protect and mask your identity, the better it is for you. Also, I would not recommend using Tor on a Windows or Mac-based machine, as Microsoft and Apple can potentially track your activity, and to avoid this, you might want a dedicated Linux computer to do all of your Tor browsing on, or better yet, you can even make a Tails bootable USB stick, so that way, you could go to a place where free Wi-Fi is available, and use Tails on the free Wi-Fi network to do all of your Tor browsing. But even then, you still need to do some things to ensure you are as anonymous as possible. When using Tails Linux, you really should connect to Tor through a bridged connection, And if you want to know how to do this, I have a video related to setting up a bridged connection in Tor. I will provide a link for this video in the description below. Also, Tails Linux comes with MAC address randomization, which makes it harder to track a device on the network. So if this is enabled, and you use a bridged connection to connect to Tor, your chances of losing your anonymity will go down a lot. But if this is all too much for you, you might want to set up a dedicated Whonix virtual machine, because Whonix is built to connect over the Tor network inside a virtual machine. If you want to run Whonix, however, I suggest you have a PC that is already running a Linux distribution, and make sure you have a VPN installed on that machine, so that way, you can run the VPN first, then launch your Whonix virtual machine, and this will make it near impossible for your ISP to see that you are using Tor. Alrighty, that's it for this video, folks. Please remember to hit that subscribe button, and do be sure to give my videos a thumbs up, it would be much appreciated. Okay, bye for now.